They humiliated me because of my breasts. But they didn't know one important detail. It happened last spring. My husband and I were about to celebrate our wedding anniversary. Nothing extravagant, just a cozy evening at a nice restaurant, some quality time together, and a chance to forget about everything that had happened over the past year. I arrived before him. The restaurant was located by the river. Large windows offered a beautiful view of the city lights reflecting on the water. I chose a table near the window and ordered a cup of tea while I waited. I was wearing a new blouse. To be honest, it had taken me a long time to find the courage to wear it. For most women, that might sound strange. It's just a blouse, just another piece of clothing. But for me, it meant much more. A year earlier, I had received a diagnosis: breast cancer. I still remember that day as clearly as if it were yesterday. The doctor's office, the smell of disinfectant, the surgeon's face as he tried to explain everything as gently as possible. But no matter how carefully he chose his words, the reality remained the same. I needed a double mastectomy. In that moment, it felt like my life had been divided into two parts, before and after. After the surgery came months of recovery, pain, fear, sleepless nights, and the constant feeling that I no longer looked like myself. Later came breast reconstruction surgery. The doctors warned me it would take time. Things would look unusual at first. My body would need time to heal and adjust. I understood that logically, but emotionally, it was much harder to accept. Every mirror became a challenge. Every shopping trip felt like a battle with myself. That's why that blouse mattered so much. It represented a small victory. For the first time in a very long time, I felt beautiful again. I was sitting quietly scrolling through messages on my phone when I heard laughter from a nearby table. A group of 5 or 6 people was celebrating something. Judging by the number of empty glasses on their table, they had been drinking for quite a while. At first I ignored them, then I heard them talking about me, not my name, my body. "Did you see her chest?" Laughter followed. I froze. Come on, those are obviously fake. I can't stand fake breasts. Some women have no idea how ridiculous that looks. They weren't whispering. They were speaking loudly enough for me to hear every single word. I stared out the window and tried to convince myself not to react. People can be rude. People can be drunk. Sometimes it's easier to ignore it. But the comments continued. One woman rolled her eyes and said, "If you're going to change your body, at least make it look natural." The others laughed again. At that moment, I wanted to leave, pay for my tea, walk out, get into my car, and cancel the entire evening. Because suddenly, all those feelings I had spent a year fighting came rushing back. Shame, insecurity, pain, everything the cancer had left behind. But then I thought about something else. I thought about the thousands of women who go through the same thing. Women recovering from surgery, women afraid to look in the mirror. Women fighting not only a disease, but also the judgment of strangers. And that's when I decided to speak. I turned toward their table. The conversation immediately stopped. Everyone looked at me. I smiled politely. "Can I ask you a question?" They exchanged confused glances. "Sure," I nodded. "Do you know what I hate more than fake breasts?" Silence. Someone smirked. Someone shrugged. I looked each of them in the eyes, and then I said, "Breast cancer." 1 second passed, then another. The entire table fell silent. The smiles disappeared. One woman lowered her eyes. A man sitting across from her straightened up in his chair. I continued calmly. "A year ago, both of my breasts were removed so I could stay alive." Nobody spoke. So thank you for sharing your opinion. But trust me, choosing between my appearance and my life wasn't a difficult decision. The table remained silent. Finally, one man quietly said, "My God." Another whispered, "We're sorry." And for the first time all evening, they looked completely sober. A few minutes later, they asked for the check and left. I turned back toward the window, and suddenly I felt an overwhelming sense of relief. Not because they apologized, not because I had embarrassed them, but because, for the first time in a long while, I stopped being ashamed of myself. A few minutes later, my husband arrived. He immediately noticed the expression on my face. What happened? I told him the whole story. At first he frowned, then he shook his head. And finally we both laughed. Not at those people, not at the situation, but at how strange life can be. Sometimes the hardest experiences make us stronger than we ever imagined. And sometimes people judge others without having the slightest idea what they have been through. Since then, I've tried to remember one simple truth. We never know the full story of the person standing in front of us. A smiling woman may be fighting a battle nobody can see. A confident man may be carrying a painful loss, and someone being judged for their appearance may simply be grateful to still be alive. So before judging someone, take a moment and pause. You might discover that behind their appearance is a story that could change your perspective forever. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. I'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, leave a plus below. And if you have any ideas on how I can improve my videos, feel free to share your feedback. Your suggestions help me make better content for everyone. See you in the next video.